Welcome to the Christian Atheist, episode number 20. Letters to my atheist self. Letter number 1. On the example of Drew from the Genetically Modified Skeptic, I have decided to write a series of letters to my atheist self in the past. Drew is a thoughtful and intelligent young man that reminds me in many ways of myself when I turned to atheism. I see so much of myself in his attitude toward the world and others. He is certainly different from the bitter and divisive atheism that oftentimes appears on the internet, and I cannot help but wonder if his long-term experience might not mirror my own. My first letter is sent back to that moment immediately preceding my leap into the atheist faith. Dear John, you are, right now, embarking on a great Odyssean journey. You spent the first quarter century of your life as a Christian, capping off with a 4-year Bible college education. I know how difficult and confusing your last few years have been, both personally with your marriage and financial issues, and educationally. The final year of Bible college, your first semester of graduate school at Western Kentucky University, and your 2 years at Westchester University. You are now at the University of California, Irvine, studying for your PhD under the tutelage of perhaps the most brilliant man you will ever meet, Dr. Armando Benchivenga. You will thrive in this environment. Take advantage of it as fully as you can. You have endured a serious crisis of faith and are about to take the plunge into atheism. More on this below. As your future self, I am excited for you, if a little saddened. There is a great deal of discovery and learning in front of you, and I want to affirm your most basic principles, as they will serve you well as you move forward. Your instinct on truth as the most lofty goal is precisely what it should be. Although you have not yet formulated it in this way, you will come to understand your commitment to truth as the central value of your existence, and everything else will depend upon it. The ethics of your childhood, that mixture of dad's agnosticism but strict and humble humanitarianism, with mom's quiet but unmovable Christian faith, will serve you well in all your relations with others, even though you will never feel as though you fit in with anyone until you're 52. Your love of science and discovery are some of your most serious passions, and I love that about you to this day. Science, as you properly conceive it, is one of the most powerful tools in the pursuit of truth that you will ever encounter. Your love of Thomas Kuhn's The Structure of Scientific Revolutions will serve you well as a check on the sometimes absolute claims of science, causing you to be even more of a skeptic than most skeptics. Your time in academia will be filled with learning, not just about academic subjects, but also about academic individuals and institutions. Pay very careful attention to what you observe, as your disillusion with the academy will come to mirror your disillusion with the Christian faith. As you take the plunge into the pool leading from the wood between the worlds, remember C.S. Lewis's Magician's Nephew? Of your current agnosticism to the realm of atheism, remember what, and more importantly, who you leave behind. As the pain you cause others with this step, more than anything else, you will regret. As you move forward through graduate school, you will find an answer to the question that has driven you to pursue philosophy. What is wrong with our world? How did it go so far off track in so short a time? Stick close to Professor Benchivenga as he is perhaps the most honest of academics you will encounter. He will call a spade when all others are calling it a club or a heart. Before you leap from the wood of agnosticism into atheism, I would like to tell you one more thing. In case you haven't guessed from the vague hints above, in about 25 years, we give our heart back to Christ. I'm not going to try to persuade you not to leap into that pool. Of all people, I understand the reasons you feel compelled to turn your back on everything you knew and believed to this point in your life. Well, almost everything. It is possible that, given enough time, I might be able to persuade you, knowing you and our history as I do. I think, however, that you must go into that pool. The author of our narrative has many twists and turns from you to me. But the faith that I have now is so different, so much more vibrant and solid from what you've experienced in your Christian life to this point, that I think we must traverse that narrative. As Aslan said to Lucy, "Child, did I not explain to you that no one is ever told what would have happened?" I don't know what would have happened if you don't jump into that pool. But I do know what did happen. And your traversal of the wasteland ends in 2019 with me. I would gladly endure all the agony and pain over and over again to find the joy and truth of our present. If this is the first edition of The Christian Atheist you've seen, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking below. We only need 4 more subscribers to reach 100. You can also catch up on previous episodes from our channel. First, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And let us know what you'd like to hear from us by commenting. Wise Words for Your Occasion is located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but we're willing to travel. For inquiries or to book an occasion, go to wisewordsforyouroccasion.wordpress.com or see us on Facebook or check out our YouTube channel. You'll find links to all 3 in this post.